I was going to kill myself because of how much I hated my life. Now, this was 2 years ago, and unfortunately, a lot of people are in the same boat. They might not actually ever go on to kill themselves, but they feel as though they might as well because their life is so miserable and dark and overstimulated and like overwhelming. Let me tell you the reason why it feels that way. The reason why you feel so overstimulated and like overwhelmed and worried and anxious and like constantly thinking in your head and just overwhelmed by thoughts and intrusive thoughts, thinking negatively. The reason why you feel so bad is because of your addiction to instant gratification. Instant gratification, if you don't know what it is, instant gratification is the thing that pleasures yourself in the moment, but long term has negative consequences or negative effects. And so the way I like to describe it to people is, let's say your baseline happiness level in life is right here, right? And so if it's right here and you do a habit that sounds fun, like eating a candy bar, it feels good in the moment, or watching porn feels good, sex feels good. What else can we think of? Smoking weed, drinking alcohol, getting wasted. Sounds good. Sounds fun, right? Sounds like a fun life experience. You do those things and you go up really high when you do that one thing. And then after you do it, it goes down even further than what it was before. And that's your new baseline happiness level, your new baseline contentment level in life. And so this is where you are now. And so it basically just kind of continues to go down, 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 down. And of course, I guess the further you go down, the less you kind of notice a difference. You become more numb to it, but also it's just how exponential it works. You're going to be more drastic at first, and then it's going to kind of gradualize, and you just won't notice a difference. But you are negatively impacting your life, and you are making your life worse every time you do it. That's why when you're further in your porn addiction, or further in your weed addiction, or further in your alcohol addiction, or sex addiction, or whatever it is, junk food addiction, eating disorder, further in your addiction to negative thoughts, which is a real thing, by the way. You're addicted to thinking negative thoughts, and it's controlling your life. Getting intrusive thoughts, gradually getting worse intrusive thoughts, all these things, they get worse, and as they get worse, it's making you feel worse. You got to realize, even if something isn't specifically bad though, it still is impacting you mentally, and you have to realize, is it instant gratification or is it delayed gratification? Is the decision I'm making right now instant or delayed? Delayed gratification is the long-term benefit that you get from making a decision despite it possibly not feeling good in the moment. And so, for example, going to the gym, yes, maybe we enjoy the gym, maybe we don't enjoy the gym, but no matter what, going to the gym is a hard experience. It is a delayed gratification experience. And so in the long term, it's making that baseline happiness level go up higher and higher and higher. And of course, the lower you are down, the worse you are in your mental health, the more drastic it goes up and climbs up. Going to the gym one time is probably going to really improve your mental health if you're down here, but it's also going to be harder to motivate yourself to get to the gym. But it's going to go up here, and then it's going to gradually get higher and higher and higher and higher. And so that's what this life journey is all about. This is what we call self-improvement. Self-improvement is the act of doing that, delaying gratification, and of course doing the other habits that help you delay gratification, that help you with your mental, physical, and spiritual health, like praying, meditating, journaling, being more intentional in life, eating cleaner, eating healthier, whole foods, going to the gym, running, cardio, lifting weights, all these things. Not doom scrolling, because doom scrolling is overstimulating you. And okay, I want to actually do a segment just on doom scrolling, because doom scrolling is such a big thing. I'm telling you, if you're watching this video right now, you doom scroll. You scroll on Instagram, you scroll on Twitter, you scroll on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. If you're watching this right now, I don't mean to call you out, but you are watching these apps probably for at least an hour a day or even more. And you don't realize that it's actually making you miserable. Let's think about it for a second. Let's break it down, because you've probably never done this before. You're doom scrolling, so it's overstimulating your mind. It's making you think more negative thoughts because you're getting more negative stimuli from random sources that you don't even realize in the moment, because you're so glued to your screen. You don't realize you're getting negative thoughts because of a reel or a short that you got, or a TikTok. And that will get you to entertain the negative thought or the intrusive thought that you get, which will then, because you entertained it, make it a bigger stronghold over your life. Now, because it's a bigger stronghold, you'll get even more intrusive thoughts and negative thoughts just on a regular, consistent baseline level. Randomly in your day, you're going to be thinking about a really negative or disgusting thing that you don't want to think about, or you'll be thinking more about the bad habit that you want to do, like smoking weed or doing drugs. And so it starts to consume your life. Overstimulation, you're so overstimulated that, the more you doom scroll, the more overstimulated you get. Now you're getting anxiety throughout the day. You're getting anxious thoughts. You're thinking this, you're thinking that. You can't be present in the moment. And I've made videos on this before, but being present and being in the moment in life to cure the depression. So being present as much as possible in your life will lead to more happy experiences, more positivity, more enjoyment, more contentment in life. We're always going to be the happiest when we're present, not just in our head thinking our thoughts or worrying about other things. Imagine how much of your life you live worrying about other things that you have to do in your day or in your week or month. Imagine how much time you spend or energy you spend, especially energy. Imagine how much energy you're spending thinking about things you have to do or worrying about things you have to do, being anxious about things, anxious about situations. Imagine how much energy you are wasting that you could be spending on enjoyable things, good experiences in life, experiences that put you in the present moment, that make you fulfilled and like just loving of life. Imagine how much of that you're missing out on because all the way being traced back to this stupid Instagram reel addiction or TikTok addiction or YouTube short addiction. Imagine how much of that is being traced back to YouTube shorts and your doom scrolling addiction. It is all being traced back here because you're overstimulated. Overstimulation is gonna bring anxiety and more thoughts in your head, and it trains your mind to be more in your head all the time rather than in the present moment all the time. You are conditioning yourself to be more miserable and negative and unhappy and uncontent and not mindful, not intentional, not present, and then you'd start losing yourself and who you are deep down because you don't even know yourself. You're in your head all day instead of living life and experiencing and being with people. And now you're isolating yourself. Now you're in darkness. Now you literally prefer physical darkness. Now you're just, that's a very far, like deep, extreme level. A lot of people don't get to that level, but it can get to that level, especially if you don't have other means of good things in life, other means of delayed gratification in life. And so it's just something we have to be wary about. Instant gratification is quite literally the reason why you hate your life so much. It is destroying your life. It is destroying your dopamine receptors mentally and spiritually. It is distancing you from God. Physically, it is training your body to be fat and lazy and immobile and just not healthy and not good feeling. You're not going to feel good you never feel good after doom scrolling for 3 hours a day. You get up off the bed after doom scrolling or the couch and you're just like, oh, I can't be bothered to do anything at this point. And then you start getting anxiety from the procrastination, then you get thoughts and worries, and it's just not worth it. It isn't worth it. After sex or touching yourself, watching porn, you start getting these like negative thoughts, like almost like post-nut clarity. You ever wondered about that? You ever wondered why we get post-nut clarity? Did you know that that's not actually a normal thing? Did you know that like post-nut clarity exists for a reason? It's because you probably shouldn't be jacking off like a monkey 24/7. Like, you ever thought about that, bro? Probably not. And so I hope this is a good wake-up call for you because these things are not good. These things are not things you're supposed to be doing. Obviously the same thing that created us, which I believe to be God, and I know to be God because of my experience with God and encountering God, which is, I posted a video about that recently, so go check it out. The same thing that created us created this like negative experience, this negative emotion that we get when we do things that we shouldn't be doing. That's why when you go and steal something from a store, it feels good because you just got a free item. Like, you stole an extra taquito from 7-Eleven. You stole an extra cookie from the bakery. I don't know. You stole a cookie from your mother. You feel good because you have the extra cookie or the extra food, and you feel kind of good in the moment, but then long term you're thinking, wow, like I'm a fraud, I'm a fake, I don't feel good. And you start like feeling negative about it. It's called conviction, and it starts making you feel more negative about what you just did. If you were to kill somebody, of course it'd be hard for many of us to do because we don't want to kill somebody for no reason. But if we were to go shoot somebody on the street right now, I have no doubt that you're going to start feeling really bad about it. You will feel like literal chest pain from what you just did. Not even just because of the consequences of your actions, but because you just killed somebody. You ended a life. You will start to feel bad about that in of itself. Of course, if you're really a dark person and you're really deep down in darkness and you're probably only caring about the consequences of what you just did, of going to jail. But it is a thing to be thinking about, that like there's a reason why we feel negatively when we do certain things. There's a reason why we feel bad after we watch porn or after we smoke weed or after we doom scroll. Like, we think these things are good, or after we eat or after we eat a bunch of candy or chocolate or seed oils, Taco Bell, Burger King, whatever. There's a reason why we feel bad after doing these things, because we're not meant to be doing it. It's not actually like in our natural like way to be doing these kind of things, even though it feels good in the moment. With that being said, I hope this video strikes something in you. I hope this kind of gives you a wake-up call that what you're doing is probably not good.